There exists a silent whisper, does it not? An undeniable yearning for something more, a clarity that seems to perpetually elude your grasp. Do you ever truly pause to consider the incessant hum of dissatisfaction, the subtle weight that presses upon your spirit, even when outwardly all appears well? This is not merely a fleeting thought, but a persistent echo within the very chambers of your being. Do you feel at times an invisible hand guiding your actions, pushing you along a path not entirely of your choosing, a current dragging you subtly, yet relentlessly, further from your authentic self? It is a pervasive sensation of drift, of purpose still obscured, waiting desperately to be unearthed, yet constantly postponed by the demands of the immediate. Is this not, deep within your consciousness, a familiar resonance? And an unspoken truth within your own experience? Something you have perhaps felt but never quite articulated? This profound disquiet is often the first sign, a powerful signal that your spirit seeks a deeper alignment, a liberation from unseen shackles that bind the will. This is the moment to listen intently to that inner call, to heed the deep stirrings that demand more than the superficial. In this sacred space we create together, we seek no superficial answers, no fleeting reassurances designed to momentarily quell the unease that stirs within. Instead, we endeavor to unearth a profound, unvarnished dialogue, one that I, Napoleon Hill, through my most challenging and controversial work, Outwitting the Devil, dared to bring forth into the harsh light of truth. My intention was never simply to expose this insidious current, this omnipresent force of mental subjugation that holds so many in its thrall, keeping them in a state of perpetual limbo. No. My purpose was far greater. I bequeathed a definitive, meticulously detailed map, a guide for navigating beyond its treacherous pull and reclaiming the reins of your destiny with unwavering conviction. This presentation, then, is infinitely more than a mere explanation of a book. It is an urgent, compelling invitation to profoundly acknowledge the inner turmoil that has simmered beneath the surface, to deeply feel the stirring of your unfulfilled potential, and, most crucially, to reclaim absolute sovereignty over your own mind and spirit. Do you possess the raw courage, the intellectual honesty, to accept this profound, transformative challenge to your established patterns of thought? Are you truly ready to confront the hidden mechanisms that dictate so much of human behavior, including your own ingrained responses and beliefs, and thereby liberate yourself from their subtle dominion? Prepare your heart, sharpen your intellect, and brace your spirit for a journey of radical self-discovery, a venture into the innermost workings of your own consciousness. If weariness has become your constant companion, if confusion relentlessly clouds your judgment, blurring the path ahead and obscuring your vision, or if you desperately seek a profound reconnection to that which feels spiritually distant, that unseen guidance that seems to have faded from your life, then these indispensable lessons are unmistakably, irrevocably for you. This is not merely a moment to passively observe, to consume information as one might absorb a casual lecture, allowing it to pass without deep engagement. No, this is a critical opportunity to delve far beyond the visible surface of your daily existence, to peer into the very infrastructure of your beliefs and motivations, and to truly comprehend the fundamental forces that genuinely impel you forward with purpose. And, perhaps, more significantly, to identify and dismantle those subtle, pervasive influences that meticulously hold you back, keeping you ensnared in a cycle of mediocrity or unfulfillment. The choice, as it always has been and always will be, rests squarely, undeniably, with you. This is your personal moment of reckoning, a chance to forge a new path based on unwavering principle and resolute action. This is the hour of decision. You have acknowledged, have you not, that unsettling sensation of being carried by an unseen current, a drift that pulls you away from the shores of your true potential? This is not a mere philosophical abstraction. It is the very fabric of an unfulfilled existence, a pervasive and insidious force that I termed habit of drifting. Look closely at the faces around you, and perhaps more tellingly, into your own mirror. Can you discern the subtle void in the gaze of those who are perpetually busy, constantly occupied, yet seem to possess no true direction, no unwavering North Star? This relentless activity, this ceaseless motion, often serves as nothing more than a meticulously constructed facade, a desperate attempt to mask a profound and crippling lack of definite purpose. It is a deception played upon the self, a frantic dance designed to drown out the nagging silence that whispers of unlived dreams and unrealized capacities. Consider for a moment the insidious nature of indecision. It appears benign, does it not? A momentary pause, a careful consideration of options. Yet when prolonged, when it becomes a chronic state, indecision transforms into an active choice, the deliberate choice to be passive, to surrender the helm of your own ship to the whims of circumstance. This paralysis of will is a prime symptom of the spiritual drift, a refusal to commit to a course, thereby inviting the currents of external influence to dictate your trajectory. Think of it as leaving the engine running while constantly adjusting the rudder without ever setting a destination. What outcome could possibly emerge from such a state other than exhaustion and a profound sense of wasted energy? This is precisely where the enemy I speak of finds its most fertile ground. It is not some external entity, some mythical creature of lore. No, the enemy is far more intimate, far more insidious. It is the absence of a definite purpose, that clear, burning desire that provides all necessary direction, coupled with the chilling indifference that settles upon the soul when the will to choose and to act has atrophied. Observe the prevalent obsession with external validation in our modern world. Why do so many tirelessly chase applause, recognition, or the fleeting approval of others? Is it not often a desperate attempt to fill an inner chasm, a gaping emptiness that cries out for meaning? This relentless pursuit of affirmation from outside sources is a poignant symptom of internal disconnection, a stark indicator that the individual has lost touch with their own intrinsic worth, their own inherent compass. When you neglect to define your own value, to establish your own purpose, you inadvertently empower the world to define it for you, leaving yourself vulnerable to every shifting opinion and trend. This, my friend, is the essence of Hill's concept of drifting, the default state of a mind undisciplined, unfocused, and profoundly unanchored. It is the wide-open gateway, a dangerous portal through which all manner of weaknesses, doubts, and fears infiltrate, gradually eroding your resolve and systematically disempowering you from realizing the magnificent potential that lies dormant within. This drift is not merely stagnation, it is a slow, methodical surrender of your inherent power, preparing the stage for far more malevolent forces to take hold. Having reflected upon the insidious nature of drift, the void in the gaze of the undirected, we now turn our attention to the architects of this mental subjugation. For the enemy I spoke of, the devil in my work, does not operate with overt force or dramatic displays of power. No, its methods are far more refined, far more cunning. It thrives not in brutal confrontation, but in the subtle manipulation of perceptions, the clandestine implantation of subliminal fears that, once rooted, grow into formidable chains. Is it not true that your deepest anxieties, your most crippling doubts, often stem not from physical threats, but from the very beliefs you harbor, the incessant stream of information you consume, often without critical discernment? These internal narratives, these external bombardments, become the very bars of your self-imposed prison. Consider the pervasive phenomenon I call negative hypnosis, inflicted by society itself. Observe the constant torrent of news, often sensationalized, designed to evoke anxiety rather than inform. Reflect on the relentless comparisons fueled by curated images of an unattainable perfection on every digital platform. Do you not find yourself at times striving for an ideal that feels inherently false, yet compels you nonetheless? This ceaseless external noise, this manufactured discontent, meticulously constructs a reality where fear is a constant companion, where scarcity is presumed, and where self-doubt is systematically cultivated. This is how the devil weaves its most potent spells, not through grand gestures, but through the mundane, the repetitive, the seemingly innocuous inputs that gradually rewire your understanding of what is possible, what is desirable, and ultimately, what you are capable of achieving. This constant exposure to manufactured deficiencies creates a fertile ground for the seeds of fear to flourish, turning potential into paralysis. My investigations revealed that this master of mental obstruction confessed to a calculated strategy. It systematically exploits the 6 basic fears inherent in human nature. Think of the modern echoes of these fears: the fear of poverty, subtly reinforced by economic anxieties and the relentless pursuit of material possessions; the fear of criticism, exacerbated by the unforgiving scrutiny of social media, leading to self-censorship and a stifling of originality; the fear of ill health, amplified by constant warnings and an industry profiting from perpetual worry. These are not archaic concepts. They are the very levers being pulled in the invisible theater of your mind today. How much of your potential remains dormant, held captive by a fear of what others might think or say? How often is the clarity of infinite intelligence, that divine spark of wisdom and intuition within you, muffled, drowned out by the cacophony of worldly distractions and the incessant chatter of a mind held captive by doubt? This inner silence, this connection to a higher knowing, is precisely what the forces of negativity seek to obliterate, for it is the wellspring of true power and unwavering purpose. They thrive in your confusion, in your procrastination, using these as tools to maintain your mental subservience. Having confronted the subtle shadows cast by fear and doubt, having recognized the insidious ways in which confusion and procrastination hold you in mental subservience, is it not now time to turn your gaze inward, towards the unwavering light that resides within every soul? The devil thrives in the absence of direction, in the dark corners where purpose has yet to illuminate the path. But what then is this potent force, this definite purpose, that I so vehemently advocated as the antidote to all forms of mental slavery? It is not merely a goal, a fleeting ambition born of ego or transient desire. No, my friend, a true definite purpose is far grander. It is a profound declaration of your very soul, an act of intentional co-creation, a conscious alignment with the vast, boundless power of infinite intelligence itself. Consider this. It is often the first prayer answered, the divine blueprint for your existence, etched into the fabric of your being long before it ever finds expression in words or deeds. How then does one distinguish between the ephemeral whisper of a passing desire and the resonant echo of a true purpose? The difference, though subtle, is profound and critically important. Desires often born of external stimuli, of societal pressures, or immediate gratification tend to fluctuate, to wax and wane with the tides of circumstance. They are the vanity of the ego seeking temporary satisfaction. But purpose, true purpose, resonates from the deepest core of your being. It is a resonance of the soul, an inner knowing that, once recognized, feels undeniably right, aligning every fiber of your existence towards a singular, powerful direction. It provides a sense of profound meaning that no mere achievement can replicate. The journey to uncovering this purpose is often one of tuning the receiver, a deliberate process of silencing the external noise, quieting the incessant chatter of the lower mind, and opening yourself to listen for that inner voice, that gentle guidance, even amidst the clamor and distractions of the world. It requires a stillness, a presence that few are willing to cultivate. Understand this fundamental truth. The greatest courage is not merely in finding a purpose, as if it were a lost object hidden beneath a rock. No, the true act of valor lies in accepting that purpose once it reveals itself, and then, with unwavering conviction, declaring yourself to it, committing every fiber of your being to its realization. This declaration is a powerful act of will, a promise made not to others, but to your innermost self, and to the universal intelligence that placed that potential within you. It is the moment you stop merely reacting to life and begin to actively, consciously create it. This personal purpose, though deeply individual, is rarely isolated. It often carries an inherent interconnectedness with a greater good, a dimension of service or contribution that transcends mere self-interest. This is the spiritual dimension I often alluded to, the profound understanding that your highest individual achievement is inextricably linked to the betterment of humanity, or indeed, the universal order. The precision and passion required to define this purpose are paramount. It must be clear, concise, and infused with a burning desire that tolerates no doubt or equivocation. This clarity, this unwavering focus, becomes your most formidable weapon in the battle against the forces of doubt and fear, the very elements that the devil employs to keep you adrift. With a definite purpose, you align yourself not just with your own will, but with the immutable laws of the universe itself, which favor clarity and sustained effort. It is the architectural blueprint of your destiny, defining every subsequent action, every thought, every decision. It provides the framework, the structure, within which your dreams can materialize. Without it, you are merely building castles on shifting sand, susceptible to every passing storm. This purpose, once defined, acts as an inner lighthouse, cutting through the densest fog of uncertainty, guiding your ship steadily towards the harbor of your ultimate fulfillment. We have spoken of the inner lighthouse, the meticulously crafted architecture of your purpose, a beacon meant to guide you through the fog of uncertainty. But let us be frank with ourselves. Even the most robust lighthouses are battered by storms, are they not? The path of definite purpose is not a serene, sunlit meadow. It is often a tempestuous sea fraught with unexpected squalls and treacherous waves. It is here, in the heart of adversity, that the true mettle of your purpose is tested, and where the devil's most cunning illusions are shattered, or tragically affirmed. Many perceive adversity as a cruel obstacle, a punitive barrier placed squarely in their path by a capricious fate. They ask, with a heavy heart and a bewildered mind, "Why me? Why must I endure such trials?" This very question, though seemingly innocuous, is itself a subtle trap, a self-pitying lament that reinforces victimhood and drains the very energy required for triumph. It is a question that, when indulged, keeps one firmly in the embrace of mental subservience, away from the profound lessons awaiting revelation. But I tell you, with the conviction of a lifetime observing human success and failure, that adversity is not an obstacle to be merely overcome, but rather an alchemical furnace, a transformative crucible. It is within this intense heat, under immense pressure, that the raw ore of your experiences is refined, purified, and transmuted. It is here that true strength, and unyielding resilience, and profound wisdom are not just acquired, but are forged into the very essence of your being. This is the universe's unflinching method, its divine pedagogy, for recalibrating your trajectory, for stripping away the superfluous, and for revealing new, often superior paths that were obscured by comfort and complacency. Do you genuinely believe that profound growth can occur in the absence of challenge? Can a muscle strengthen without resistance? Can a diamond form without immense pressure? The answer, unequivocally, is no. Embrace this perspective, for it transforms every setback into a potential stepping stone, a necessary stage in your grand design. This acceptance is the first act of true power in the face of what appears to be defeat. Reflect deeply on the concept of failure. How often is it viewed as an absolute endpoint, a definitive judgment of incompetence, a mark of inherent deficiency? Yet, in every single instance of what superficial judgment deems failure, there lies, meticulously hidden, the seed of an equivalent or even greater benefit. This is not some poetic platitude, some hollow reassurance to soothe a wounded ego. It is an inviolable law of compensation that governs the universe, a principle as fixed as gravity. The truly successful individual does not fear failure. They meticulously dissect it, extracting every ounce of lesson, every iota of insight, and every morsel of corrective feedback. They actively seek this seed, understanding that within its seemingly bitter husk lies the precise blueprint for their next, more refined attempt, a more powerful strategy for victory. It is a fundamental shift in perception, moving from viewing a closed door as the definitive end of the road to seeing it as a clear indication that a new, perhaps superior passage awaits discovery, one that you are now better equipped to find because of the very experience of that closed door. This active search for benefit in apparent defeat is the hallmark of a mind guided by purpose, a mind that refuses to be swayed by the transient despair of the moment. Consider also the profound, almost revolutionary power of gratitude, particularly when engulfed by the chaos and tumult of adversity. It may seem counterintuitive, an absurd notion to offer thanks amidst suffering, to find appreciation when your world feels as though it is crumbling. Yet it is precisely in these moments that gratitude becomes not merely a fleeting emotion, but an act of profound faith, a declaration of unwavering trust in the overarching intelligent design of the universe, a testament to an inner conviction that transcends immediate hardship. To be grateful, even for the harsh lesson embedded within the struggle, is to recognize that you are an integral part of a larger, purposeful process, that nothing happens without meaning, even if that meaning is momentarily veiled. This recognition is a formidable shield against despair, a source of inner warmth and illumination in the coldest, darkest night. It aligns your frequency, your very being, with abundance rather than lack, even when lack seems to dominate your immediate reality. These pauses in life, these moments of forced introspection brought about by hardship, are not interruptions. They are, in fact, crucial, strategic opportunities. They are nature's way, or indeed the universe's way, of forcing you to reorganize your priorities, to reevaluate your assumptions, and to redefine your route with greater precision, profounder understanding, and a renewed sense of resolute determination. Do you use these pauses to lament and wither, or to learn, recalibrate, and ultimately to strengthen your resolve? I revealed, in my confidential dialogues, that the devil harbors a profound fear, a singular crippling vulnerability. It trembles before the individual who possesses the unshakable capacity to find benefit in every single setback, to extract advantage from every adverse circumstance. Why this fear? Because such a person becomes utterly uncontrollable, completely immune to the traditional manipulations of doubt and fear, the very tools upon which the forces of mental bondage rely. They have mastered the ancient alchemy of transforming poison into potent medicine, of turning the lead of misfortune into the gold of enduring wisdom and strength. They are no longer mere victims of circumstance, passively buffeted by external events, but are instead masters of their own internal state, capable of transmuting external negativity into an unstoppable internal power. They cannot be held down by perceived failures, for they see them as mere feedback, as indispensable data points on the trajectory to their ultimate success. They cannot be disheartened by challenges, for they understand them not as barriers, but as vital opportunities for profound growth, for testing the limits of their own ingenuity and resilience. This is the ultimate triumph over the forces of drift and mental slavery. To become so attuned to the universal law of compensation that every trial, Every tribulation, every apparent defeat is not only welcomed, but actively embraced as a necessary, integral component of your grand design, a testament to your unyielding will and your unwavering purpose. This, my friend, is the true meaning of finding golden ashes, for in their seemingly desolate depths lie the diamonds of enduring wisdom and strength, awaiting your discerning eye. We have faced adversity, finding in its depths the golden ashes of wisdom. You now grasp that challenges are crucibles for transformation. Yet what good is insight if it remains unapplied, a seed merely held, not sown? This brings us to a concept of immense power, underpinning all lasting achievement, what I termed the hypnotic rhythm. Many mistakenly view this as a mystical force, but it is precisely the music you compose for your life, orchestrated through the deliberate, consistent cadence of your conscious habits, your daily rituals, and, most powerfully, your recurring thoughts. It is the art of tuning your mind and body to the resonant melody of your definite purpose. This persistent underlying beat either propels you towards your destiny or, tragically, lulls you back into the currents of drift. Who, I ask, is truly composing your life's symphony, and towards what ultimate end? Consider the true nature of discipline. Does it evoke images of harsh self-deprivation or joyless adherence to rigid rules? If so, you have profoundly misunderstood its essence. True discipline is not coercion. It is, unequivocally, a profound act of self-love in its most practical and enduring form. It is the unwavering commitment you make to your future self, the conscious decision to defer immediate fleeting gratification for the sustained, deeper satisfaction of actualizing your highest potential. It is the patient, deliberate construction of life-affirming routines, the meticulous crafting of daily rituals that, far from being burdensome, become the unshakable bedrock upon which your purpose is built. These are not mere tasks. They are sacred acts, conscious offerings to the grand vision you hold for your life. Each deliberate choice, each sustained effort, adds another essential note to your unique symphony, strengthening the very rhythm that will, with certainty, carry you forward. Are you, through your daily choices, building a harmonious symphony of purpose, or a discordant cacophony of distraction? The choice is made with every single habit you embrace or reject. The intrinsic power of repetition, when wielded with profound conscious intent and a clear purpose, is nothing short of miraculous, capable of reshaping your entire reality. Your subconscious mind, that vast, fertile ground beneath your conscious awareness, is an impartial, non-judgmental servant. It accepts whatever seeds you consistently plant, be they thoughts of doubt and fear, or affirmations of unwavering success and resolute purpose. When you consistently feed this boundless inner realm with deliberate, positive, and purpose-driven actions, thoughts, and emotions, you begin to sculpt its very landscape, molding it, training it to work tirelessly on your behalf, even when your conscious mind is otherwise occupied. This, my friend, is the profound secret of shaping your hypnotic rhythm. Every repeated thought, every reiterated action, every chosen emotional response serves to deepen the powerful grooves in your subconscious, making the path towards your purpose not just incrementally easier, but virtually automatic, an inherent part of your very being. You become, in essence, a master hypnotist of your own mind, taking resolute command and directing its immense untapped power towards the undeniable realization of your most audacious dreams. This is where true, liberating freedom begins. And what then of the mastermind, a concept often misunderstood, reduced merely to a group of like-minded individuals? While such collaboration is powerful, the deeper truth is that your most crucial, most influential mastermind is the collective intelligence of your own chosen influences. This encompasses every book you read, every conversation, the specific media you allow into your consciousness, the environment you cultivate, and most profoundly, the relentless inner dialogue you permit to dominate your thoughts. Every element you allow into your sacred mental space contributes with undeniable impact to this personal mastermind, directly dictating the very rhythm of your existence. If your environment is perpetually steeped in negativity, if your conversations are riddled with doubt, if your inner voice constantly whispers limitations, then your hypnotic rhythm will inevitably be one of stagnation, of paralyzing fear, of ultimate defeat. Conversely, if you meticulously curate your influences, if you actively seek out knowledge that empowers, if you purposefully surround yourself with uplifting thoughts and inspiring individuals, then your rhythm becomes an unstoppable surge of unwavering progress, of limitless potential, of triumphant achievement. The profound capacity to choose, with utmost discernment and unshakable resolve, what influences are permitted to shape your personal, hypnotic rhythm, is the ultimate key to unlocking your personal freedom, your creative genius, and your destined path. This conscious choice transforms you from a passive recipient into the masterful conductor of your own magnificent life symphony, directing every note towards the grand masterpiece you are destined to become. This is the very essence of becoming immune to the diabolic influence of reclaiming your sovereign power. Having mastered the symphony of discipline, having learned to compose your own hypnotic rhythm through conscious habit and deliberate intent, we arrive at the profound climax of this journey. For all the battles fought against drift, against fear, against the subtle manipulations of the mind, culminate in one ultimate truth: the reclaiming of your inherent divine power. This is the silence of sovereignty, not a passive quietude, but an active, internal command, a deep understanding of your true nature that transcends mere control. It is the final, most crucial lesson I extracted from my extensive inquiries. The unwavering realization that you are not merely a product of circumstance, but a direct, vital manifestation of the very infinite intelligence itself. The liberation you seek is not to be found externally. It emanates from the unshakable acceptance of who you truly are, unburdened by fear, unshackled by doubt, and absolutely unwavering in your conviction. Consider this liberation. It is the definitive shattering of the cycle of drift, the complete and utter rejection of mental subservience, achieved not through external conquest, but through the cultivation of an unshakable faith, a faith in yourself, certainly, but more profoundly, a faith in your purpose and in the universal laws that govern its realization. This is not blind belief, but a deep, experiential knowing that arises when your mind, once fragmented and swayed by external influences, becomes perfectly aligned and disciplined. When your thoughts are coherent, your intentions pure, and your actions congruent with your highest ideals, your mind transforms. It ceases to be a mere reactor to external stimuli and becomes a powerful, unhindered channel for a superior wisdom, a direct conduit to the infinite intelligence that permeates all existence. This is the source of true guidance, the inner compass that never falters, revealing insights that logic alone cannot provide. The culmination of this journey is found in the profound act of living in absolute congruence. Imagine a state where every single thought you entertain, every word you utter, and every action you undertake flawlessly reflects your highest purpose, your most elevated ideals. This is not an aspiration for perfection, but a resolute commitment to alignment. There is no internal conflict, no division between what you profess to believe and how you actually conduct your life. This seamless integration creates an unstoppable momentum, an energy field that attracts precisely what is needed for the manifestation of your dreams. This is where the universe conspires with your focused intent, where seemingly miraculous synchronicity becomes the natural order of your experience. It is a state of being where integrity is not merely a virtue, but a powerful, creative force, shaping your reality with precision and grace. The profound peace that finally settles upon your soul, a peace unlike any superficial calm, arises from this deep internal comprehension. You are, in every profound sense, the undisputed master of your own destiny. The external storms may rage, the world may present its challenges, but within you, there is an unassailable calm, an inner citadel of power. This understanding dismantles the last vestiges of the devil's influence, rendering his tactics utterly impotent. The interview I had with this embodiment of negativity ultimately revealed that the only true way to become definitively more clever than the devil, to utterly outwit its every attempt at subjugation, is to live a life governed by a clearly articulated, definite purpose, fortified by unwavering autodiscipline, and infused with an unshakable faith. This triumvirate of principles renders you impermeable to the corrosive influence of doubt, the paralyzing grip of fear, and the destructive pull of procrastination. You become quite simply unconquerable. You are not just free, you are sovereign. We have journeyed together through the profound depths of outwitting the devil, not as passive listeners, but as active participants in recognizing your own story within its timeless wisdom. We confronted the silent whisper of drift, that unsettling sensation of being carried by unseen currents, and dared to name the void in the gaze of the undirected. We peeled back the layers of subtle shadows, exposing the insidious manipulations of fear and doubt, understanding how they weave themselves into the very fabric of our perceptions. We then turned our gaze inward, towards the brilliant illumination of your inner lighthouse, charting the architecture of a definite purpose, a declaration of your soul, an act of co-creation with infinite intelligence itself. And we learned the profound alchemy of transforming adversity, finding diamonds within the ashes of every setback, recognizing that even the most formidable challenges are but crucibles for forging an unshakable spirit. From the depths of confusion to the clarity of conviction, from the paralyzing grip of fear to the liberating embrace of faith, from passive drifting to active conscious sovereignty, the profound keys to unlocking your true potential have been presented before you. The melody of your life, which once might have been a discordant cacophony, now awaits your conscious composition. The choice, always, has been yours, but now it is illuminated with understanding, demanding your decisive action. The ultimate question, the one that truly matters, is not merely what Napoleon Hill, through these timeless principles, has revealed to you. No, the imperative query, the one that now confronts the very core of your being with an almost undeniable force, is this: what will you do with this profound truth? Will you, armed with this potent newfound understanding, allow yourself to remain a passive passenger, continuing to drift, buffeted by external forces and internal doubts, forever postponed from your true calling? Or will you, with resolute determination, summon the courage and clarity to choose, now, in this very moment, to assume absolute command of your own destiny, to grasp the helm, and to steer your ship with unwavering purpose towards the magnificent shores of your highest aspirations? This is not a rhetorical question meant to simply glide over. It demands an honest, deeply personal answer, one that will be echoed not merely in your words, but far more significantly in your sustained actions. I urge you, therefore, to pause, to reflect, to allow these truths to permeate your innermost consciousness, and then to engage, not just with this message, but with the very trajectory of your life. Share your insights, your revelations. What specific lesson, what particular truth resonated most powerfully with you today, stirring the deepest recesses of your soul, igniting a spark of recognition? And more importantly, what will be your first conscious, deliberate step to effectively outwit the devil in your own life, to break free from its subtle grip and unequivocally claim the sovereignty that is rightfully yours? Your journey towards lasting freedom, towards the full realization of your magnificent potential, begins with a single intentional stride taken today in this very moment. Remember this immutable law etched into the very fabric of existence: a principle as unwavering as the sunrise. The human mind, when ignited by a definite purpose, when fueled by an unshakable faith in its own capacity, and when guided by unwavering discipline, stands as the most potent, the most indomitable force in the entire universe. Wield it, therefore, with the utmost wisdom, with profound intention. Wield it not for fleeting desires or superficial gains, but for your ultimate liberating freedom. This is not just a philosophy. It is a sacred mandate, a resounding call to your highest self, to the magnificent being you were always destined to become.